Good morning. Happy time zone. All that's. Oh, wait a minute. Weird. Hi. It's Thursday. Can never get the hang of Thursdays. Anyway, we're gonna be keep going. Yeah. We're gonna be keep going with the thing which we're almost done with. How y'all doing? I'm tired. I had to wake up. I woke up at 4 a.m. And normally I wake up at 4 a.m. It's just a thing that happens. And then I go back to sleep, right? But this morning I woke up at 4 a.m. and there was a sound. And there was a new sound happening very quietly. It was a new sound. It was a sound that I've heard before. It was the sound of rain. Yeah. And so I had driven my Jeep yesterday to get it smogged. I left the top and doors off. And so it got, the inside of the Jeep got rained on. I was like, oh, damn it. You know, it's happened before and it's never actually, like, really hurt anything, but, like, I don't want to risk it, you know? So, that sucks. The carpet and everything in the Jeep is so old that, like, it doesn't matter. But I do have a doctor's appointment that I have to drive to today. Hey, no! Look, he was trying to bite me. I do have a doctor's appointment that I have to drive to today in a soggy Jeep. I'm gonna have to put the top up first. Maybe I'll just ride my bike. It's raining outside right now, which is actually another reason I shouldn't drive the Jeep, just because the windshield wipers don't work. Riding in the rain, riding the bike in the rain is not a pleasant experience, though. Actually, how long would that take to get my bike? Let me open up Google Maps here on my other computer. Hey! That's my headphone cable, dingus! Oh my god. Sorry, there's cat-related, feline-related chaos happening, dummy. Okay, directions... Scoot... Okay, so if I go there by bike, it would take an hour, and it's raining. It would take an hour according to Google Maps. That's assuming normal bike riding speed, which I tend to go a little faster than that because I have an e-bike. It would also be very cold and very miserable the entire way. Maybe I'll ask Sabine for a ride. Yeah, I might do that. What time is that appointment anyway? I'm asking you, chat, because obviously you keep track of all of my doctor's appointments and such. After 2 p.m. Okay. Cat's being a turd also. Nice. Bucky here is just being chill. He's hanging out. It's Loki that's just like, ah! So yeah, anyway, I'm sad about my Jeep, but I'm also happy about my Jeep because my Jeep passed smog, which is, you know, it's a 1989 Jeep Wrangler, and that is sometimes a bit of a feat for an old Jeep. What are we doing here? Oh, I did figure out. So we were dealing with an issue yesterday here in the GIF loader. So we started up, and there's like this delay, right? There's a delay before the first frame goes. We found a workaround for it, but I was really unhappy about that. So I was like, hey, maybe we I was really unhappy about that, so I was like, hey, maybe we instead just where's the delay? How do I get the delay back? That's weird. We had scaled it up really high and then like scaled it back down or something like that. Oh no, we had the like the little workaround. Right? Where do I actually play on that? There we go. Yeah, so we set the animation to empty string, and then we called a play default, and then it would play. Here's the bug actually happening. Pause and then go, right? I actually tested out a newer version of Jodot on the master branch. It doesn't happen there. But it does happen on this one. So, that bug's already been fixed. Hooray! I think. Possibly. Maybe. Yeah, let's go test the thing. I called it demo animated sprite bug. So we're gonna hit play, hit go, and then it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it pauses on that 0 at first, right? Go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now if we go ahead and load up the master branch of Jodot, and then we load this. Wait a minute. Close that first. Cancel. Blah 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 blah. Okay. I'm gonna run the exact same program, and as you can see, it doesn't. There's no delay on the 0. So somebody's already fixed that, thankfully. Good for them. Good for them. That means that we just don't have to worry about it. Like, it's I thought it was gonna be an issue with my stuff here. It's not. It's fine. Hey Draconis, how's it going? You going? What do we got left to do here? We could probably start stuffing this into like an add-on, I think. Let's create a new scene, call it GIF loader. Not a scene. It's a ref counted. Bam. Also, we gotta make sure all of these are derived from ref counted. Cool. Alright, we'll head back over to gift test. We're going to take all this stuff out of gift test, the actual loader part. Whoop. And we're going to put it into gift loader. We're actually going to make that... I think we could just make this a static function, I think. I have a sore throat today also, so that kind of sucks. Hope I'm not coming down with something. Oh yeah, we have to get rid of the thing here. We have to get rid of all this weird, like, testing crap that we don't use anymore. Bloop. Oh, wait, hold up. I need to check in my code from yesterday first. Okay, git commit dash -m. Actually, I want to do something. I want to do something really cursed. Do you want to see something really, really cursed? Hang on a second. I'm not actually going to use this as a commit message. I just thought it would be funny. I'm going to ask an AI to make the most cursed commit message. Make the most cursed commit message for a GIF file decoder. We'll see what it does here. We're just gonna use AI for evil. That's it. I wouldn't actually use it for a real project, but I will use it for evil and chaos. Oh, it's giving me options. Interesting. Refactored the LZW decompression to use a recursive function that occasionally calls itself with random effects to avoid a seg fault. Yeah, okay. That's about what I expected. These are not that creative. The nuclear option. Fixed bug where the decoder would crash on certain frames by just skipping every third byte and hoping for the best. Yeah, that is kind of funny, actually. No, we're gonna go with my key smash. Added keylogger. I'm not actually gonna use this version history when I make this available. I'm gonna squish it into one commit. Because there's too much cursed crap in here, so... Added keylogger is a really good one, though. I like that. You know what? For images without a palette, I'm just gonna say... we'll make a new palette. If... let's say a palette to use equals GIF palette GIF color table dot new. I have to remember what the format of this stuff was. It's going to be an array of colors, and it's going to be... We're going to make 0 black and then everything else white. No, we're not. We're going to use the WebSafe palette. which is a thing that kind of exists. Kind of exists? No, actually exists. Where'd I put that? GIF loader. There we go. Alright, here we go. GIF web safe palettes. How do we find this in actual, like, just GIF? Wait, none of these are browser safe colors. No, there's the web safe palette thing is this thing from the 90s, because like there were people still on 256 color displays, and so like everyone kind of agreed on this one like really standard palette. Alright, we'll rely on the GNU image manipulation program to do this, because the GNU image manipulation program has that palette built in. So we're gonna make a new image, 256 by 256. Also, I got a great new GIF for testing with. Forgot about this one. Let's see. Drop that right in there. We'll get back to that once we get all this crap fixed up. What are we doing? Right, the GNU image manipulation program. Okay, so if we go to mode and we go to indexed, there is an option here that says use web optimized palette. And I think that, no, it didn't give us the web optimized palette. Use custom palette web. Oh, there we go. There's the, it's not giving me the palette, you wretch. No, that's not working. There we go, web. There's the web palette. Let me gaze upon it. I want to see the palette, you bastard program. There we go. There, I found it. Okay. Behold, the web save palette. I think. We got the reds, the blues, the greens, and all kinds of in-betweens. So I think we're good with this. Yeah. Okay, let's see where the GNU image manipulation program stores that. Hello, Decisions Jazz. How's it going? Why is this browser safe colors? Wait, what's this? Hold on. I am still kicking. Well, there's the palette. I can't just steal that from the GNU image manipulation program, because then my software would have to become GPL, so we gotta find a different place to pull this from. Using web-safe colors in 2023, a guide. What? Oh my god. Web save colors, the 216 color palette. Yep, that is a big old table that looks damn near unparsable. Oh my god, both of these two dead links. Damn. All right. To the Internet Archive. One of the best sites on the internet, which I can't show on stream because sometimes it shows porn. And go all the way back to the 2004 version of the webpage. From June 19th. That's a good day. June 19th is the day we celebrate the abolition of slavery in the US. Blah, 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 save it to convenient place, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Jodot, GIF loader. So I gotta do all this stuff off the side here. 5.216.zip. There we go. All right, we have now a file here. It's that looks like a palette, but it looks like we have like RGB values, right? 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 etc. Actually maybe not. Oh. They're all 16-bit, like 16-bit channels. Two dead links. Yeah. This looks like a fairly simple format. I don't know what these numbers at the start are though. There's supposed to be 216 colors here, and the first number is we got 1001. I mean, this looks like it could be a I don't know. But we got, I think it's RGB. So we got white. Blue. Orange? Doesn't seem to match that one at all. To use it, unbin hex and unstuff Mac, or unzip it and save to a convenient place. You can save this file called blah 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 blah. You can double as both a color lookup table or swatch in Photoshop. To avoid dithering on 8-bit machines, you can either start using only colors from the special palette, picking colors from this color swatch, or map your images to it. Actually, wait, hold on. How big is this file? It's 205,256,4 divided by 216 is 11, which makes me think, so it's 11, it's like 12 bytes per character, or sorry, per color, but there's also a little bit at the beginning, so that would be, wait, 12 bytes per color would be 12 bytes per color. Yeah, I think that lines up with my maybe like 4 bytes per channel on average. Maybe it's 3 bytes per. No, it's got to be 2 bytes per channel. Hey, Artisan, how's it going? I guess I could just look up ACO file. ACO file format. Color swatch file. Blah 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 blah. Here we go. An actual format explanation. So we're in the process of decoding this GIF stuff. We are now going to decode another format. So we have a version number and a number of colors. Okay, let's look at our hex dump here. We have version number 1, and the number of colors is... Ow! Ow! Okay, these are little endian numbers that are 16-bit. So we have version 1. Thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, so we got version 1, and then the number of colors that we have is 256. That little 1 right there, that means 256. Because these bytes are swapped, right? It's little endian. So it would actually be 0100 in hex, which means 256 in decimal. Header is followed by NC color specs. Each color spec occupies 5 words. So it's 5... No, wait. So it's 10 bytes per color. We have color space W and X... And color space W, X, Y, and Z. That's... okay. The fourth number is always 0. Okay, so it should be a number indicating the color space, and then RGB, and then 0. So we got number indicating the color space, which is RGB, and we have RGB, and then we have 0. We have the same thing, number indicating color space, RGB, 0. Color space, RGB, 0. Color space, RGB, 0. Cool. Okay, well that is actually very easy to parse. We will have our web-safe color palette built from that. What's the Sneck doing? I am working on my GIF loader. I want to deal with the case where there's no palette by using the standard web-safe palette. For some bizarre reason. I don't think that's actually what you would want to do for this, but okay, also this is gonna go away. What's transparent index in there for? Make image, transparent index. Yeah. GIF loader dot, and then I have to actually use the class name on that. Its name GIF loader. If I could spell the word name correctly, that would be awesome. Cool. There we go. You can't use the standard website palette in a particular case. I mean, it's when it doesn't specify a palette. We could just use black for index 0 and white for everything else. That would probably also work. But let's go ahead and we'll just inject the website palette there. Because you could end up in the situation where you lack both a global color table and a local color table. I wish it was easier to generate a GIF like that. I guess we could go into a GIF and just edit it to remove the global color table. Let's try that, actually. Oh, gotta hydrate. Where's my hydrate? Oh, I drank it already. There's a little bit in the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna go in and edit our spinny GIF. We're gonna open that with the hex editor. Spinny to spinny, no gct.gif. Back to hex editing our GIFs. Okay, so the global color table is at trying to remember. There we go. Yeah, so we get the version string and then the width and the height. It's actually like right there at the beginning, right? Version string GIF 89A, and then the width and the height, which are both 16-bit. Okay. So version, width, height, and then what's next? Now the GCT info, which should only have 1 bit set in it, I think, and that should be the highest bit. F7, wait a minute. What else is in the GCT info? Also, the bit depth is in the GCT info. Okay. We're going to leave the bit depth, but remove the global color table. So I want to edit this one in binary. We're basically just going to remove the highest bit from this, and then we're going to remove the... Oh, that's actually really hard to read. Heck. This one also contains the bit depth of the color table. That's the next 3 bits. Which is probably going to be like 8. So we should expect to only see like 2 bits set there, but it's actually like more than that, isn't it? Oh, wait, no, we got the number of bits for the global color table is also in there. It's the last 3 bits. We can do this. We can do. I think I feel like we can do this. Okay, so the first bit we're gonna set to 0. 0, 111, 0, 111, right? Okay, so we've removed the global color table, but we still have to remove it from the actual file because now there's nothing to load. So the last number that we got there, indicating the size of the global color table, is seven, but we add 1 to it to get the total like size. So we're actually, yeah, we have a 256 color GIF here. So we have to remove the next 768 bytes from the file. Oh wait, no, we get the background color index and the pixel aspect ratio after that. So background color index, pixel aspect ratio, which is 0 for some reason. That doesn't make any sense. And then what do we have after that? Then we have the global color table. Okay, the global color table starts here and goes for the next 768 bytes. So we're going to go from hex EF. So we're going to go from hex EF to 1EF. Obviously, we're going to go, yeah, okay. Wait, no, that's not the actual address. What am I looking at? This is actually D. We're at D. And we're going to add... We're actually going to go to from D to 10D, I guess. Thanks so much for the follow, by the way. So yeah, from... Right, D, we're going to go to 10D. 10D. So like here? No, I screwed that up. Hold on. 768. So we're going to go to 3EF. Nope, that's also not it. It's 0D plus 768 is 30D. So I'm going to go down to 30D and... There we go. Okay, so that is the color table. And I think we can just snip that out and we should be okay. Oh, actually, wait a minute. This is definitely extending into the next, like one of the blocks here.
Here's what the experts are saying.
Because now it starts going through blocks. The blocks start at this, with this, the exclamation point here, so we actually need to remove, like, to here. There we go. Okay. Boop. I can't just delete that? I want it gone. How do I delete that? Oh my god. Seriously? You're not gonna let me just, like, snip something out of the file? Oh, there we go. Okay, we have removed the global color table. This is Octeta. We've removed the global color table entirely from the GIF. We've surgically removed it. And so what does a GIF look like when it does not have a global color table? It looks like a failure to load. Let's open it up in the GNU image manipulation program, though. The GNU image manipulation program does actually recognize this as an image. There's a K instead of a C. So yeah, the GNU image manipulation program actually sees this as an image. It can successfully parse it, but without a palette, it's just black. So, I will go ahead and parse this the same way that the GNU image manipulation program decides to parse it, and we're just going to return black for every palette entry. Just came from the GitHub to the Twitch. Oh, nice. Wait, should I be concerned? Is from are you a Snex Studio user? Okay, so yeah, if we don't have a global color table, we don't have a local color table. Wait, no, if we don't have any color table. If we don't have a global color table, we should probably insert the, like, an empty palette there, right? Actually, no. We can skip that entirely. Where are we doing the? Let's see, the table. Or are we making a new one there? Thanks for the follow. I'm not sure what those are, so I might have to not say that out loud. Okay, so if we don't have a palette, then all we're gonna do is return black for everything. It's fine. Palette to use. Right. If this were like a low-level C program, I would never put a branch at that like low of a level here, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Searching open source VTuber apps? Ah, well, Snack Studio is open source VTuber software. I am using it right now. Look, it even has hand tracking. Wah! And I am using Snack Studio, and it's named as such because I am a snack. Mostly snack. Like, I don't know, at least like 80% snack by volume or mass, whichever. Assume it's fairly consistent density across the entire thing. There's mobs from Minecraft. Oh, okay. It's been a very long time since I played Minecraft. Alright, let's see what happens when we run this. We get the usual issue, or usual bug. It's not really a bug anymore. Alright, let's test out the node GCT. Let's see, what was it? Spinny no GCT.gif. We're not going to see anything because this is a black background here, but I think if we added a background to our 3D scene, we'll probably see something. Let's do mesh instance, a lot of plane. Rotate that. Whoop. It's like the least efficient way to do a background. Boop, boop. And then we'll just give it a white material. Or a magenta material. I like magenta. Probably tell by my hair and scale color that I like magenta. Surface material override, new standard material, and that standard material is going to have an emissive color that is very bright. There we go. Alright. And there's our spinny GIF. Imported exactly the way. Magenta doesn't exist. It's literally on my screen right now. You are staring at magenta. You are looking at it. It's not a hue on its own, but it is still a color. Anyway, there's our spinny GIF. It's fine. It's like saying that, like, It's like saying that, I don't know, like, soup doesn't exist because multiple ingredients go into it. Like, you know, magenta exists because multiple base colors go into it. It's fine. It still exists. It's still a color. It's not a hue, but it is a color. You know, if we open up the old color selector in Krita instead of the GNU image manipulation program. Oh, I did get interlacing working last time. Right, I remember now. I'm gonna keep recovering that one file. You know, just because it doesn't appear anywhere on well, it kind of appears right there. Just because it's not a hue doesn't mean it's not a color. That's what I'm saying. I guess. Oh yeah, it's a place where two ends of the visible spectrum come together, isn't it? That's right. Like red and blue. Wouldn't normally, like, if you just looked at a linearly increasing like frequency of colors before getting to all the ones that would kill you for looking at them, you know, magenta would be wouldn't exist anywhere on that spectrum. But yeah, magenta exists in the same way that a soup made of multiple ingredients exists. It just involves, it's a combination of stuff. It's fine. I wanna be alive. I have a reason now. I wanna be alive. People get the same way about black as a color, where it's like, I was an edgy teenager in high school, and someone asked me like, "What's your favorite color?" And I'm like, "Black." And they're like, "You can't say black because black's not a color." It's like, it's a color. It's not a hue. And it does represent the absence of light, but it's still a color. it's one of the crayons in the crayon box, all right? It's for a reason. It's a shade. My art teacher. Hey, let's not be ableist now with words like that. What was I doing? Oh yeah, let's see if we can let's load up the other GIF that I have here. I want to see if this works. Random GIF off the internet. Okay, I have to actually go get something to hydrate with, but I'm gonna leave y'all with. Oh, that's taking a while to load. There we go. Wesley from Princess Bride, which is an excellent movie that y'all should consider checking out if you haven't seen it yet. That GIF took a long time to load. Damn. All right, I'll be right back. Also, he's talking about boat piracy, not software piracy. Twitch, don't TOS me. I will be right back. Alright, I have returned, and I have something to hydrate with. Oh! My arm temporarily clipping. So look at how cute Bucky is being right now. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, Bucky time is over. Back to stream. I mean, he's still there in the corner, but... Oh, hey Nova! Alright, so... So I've been working on my GIF loader, as you know. We have a minor performance issue in that the performance is very slow. Check this out. Look at how long it takes to load this GIF. Loading, 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 loading. There we go. Once it gets going, it's fine. Also, that bug that we discovered yesterday is actually already fixed in the newest version of Jodot. So yeah, it's pretty slow. I mean, it's written in GTScript, so whatever. You know, it's kind of to be expected. There's a few things that we could do to optimize it and stuff, but considering the fact that this is largely going to be targeted at GIFs, like GIF emotes from Twitch chat, I think we'll probably be okay. Also, how big is that? That GIF. It's pretty beefy. So yeah, that's unfortunate that the performance sucks that bad. I wonder what it's doing when it pauses there. Oh, it's probably the make image calls. Wait. No, making the image can't be the slow part. There's no way. Last of its kind is the one with the mind of its own. Okay. Let's try. Let's print here. Oh yeah, it's actually the image building part that's slow. That's really interesting. Because we've already decoded the image data by that point. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not even our code that's doing it. It's the create from image call. I think, maybe, possibly. No. It's probably this make image call where we're doing the image decoding. No, wait, actually, that's where we're doing. We already decoded the image. Right? Yeah, this wasn't supposed to be the expensive part. I mean, I know I just made it worse, but would the profiler help? The Jodot's built-in profiler probably isn't that good at like doing stuff this granularly. It's not hard to tell where the performance is going though. I could also add some manual timing stuff if I really wanted to. Yeah, see how this always ends on A here, which is the call right before make image. So yeah, our make image call is unusually expensive, but is that where we're doing GIF bytes to LZW codes? So yeah, we're actually decompressing the image in load image descriptor, and then in this code, the make image code, that's where everything's going real slow. Interesting. That was unexpected. Okay. There's a few ways that we could optimize that still, so it's not the end of the world. But we do still have like a pretty good chunk of time at the beginning before we get to that point. So it's not like this is gonna be fast either way, but maybe let's do a little bit of little itty bitty bit of optimization. Okay, I'll put X, output Y. So we're actually kind of like iterating over output Y and output X. I think we could pre-calculate the image width and here. So var row start. I'm not sure how much of a win this is going to be, because I don't know if the expensive part is actually the math here. I should probably be adding some actual timing stuff to quantify this, but whatever. Okay, so we got the image data index, blah, 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 blah. See if this is even a little tiny bit faster. Doesn't seem that much faster. Let's also get rid of this. I'm gonna pre-generate that palette if we don't have a palette. Those branches would definitely be a point of bad. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting, it blows through those rows really fast. I'm just really genuinely surprised it's not the decoder that's causing the issue here. Also, we're doing our lookup here, so I think we can. Oh, we could do that. We could do that outside of this, couldn't we? Yeah, we could do that up here. Get rid of that fix me because that's what we're doing now. So yeah, that's one big like table lookup that we'll be reducing. Hey, Panics Machina, how's it going? It's still kind of slow. But there are definitely a few low-hanging fruit optimizations here. This multiply by 4 that we're doing redundantly over and over and over again, we could probably get rid of that. Row start plus output X. Alright, let's try that again. Again, reducing the math even more. Still takes a while. Am I using a packed byte array for this? I wonder what the slow part is. We still have a bunch of branches in here, you know. Okay. If we don't have a global color table, we'll have to make one, so we don't have to do like branching later on. We're just gonna do that. Fill in empty color table. See if that actually works. I just leveled up also. We are at level 39 over the course of this project. Oh wait, hold up. That was fast, wasn't it? That was a little bit faster. No, it's still pretty slow. Huh. Weird. If you get rid of this branch in the middle here somehow, maybe. We're also branching for transparent colors. You know what? It's fine. I'm not going to worry too much about this. It's just this area right here. This piece of code right here is the slow one, which it has to do stuff for every single pixel. This is the code that runs for every single pixel in the entire image, across every single frame in the entire image. So it's kind of understandable why it would be so slow. Kind of wish we had like some sort of just-in-time compiler or something for GDScript that could just solve that problem for us. Our row bytes. Let's start. I realized a mistake that I just made. Put that down here. And get us a little tiny bit faster. But not much. Yeah, so it takes a hot second to load our Wesley GIF. All right, that's fine. Whatever. We did a little bit of optimization. Doesn't hurt. Didn't make it any messier at least. So. But we should have all of our stuff now kind of packed together. Let's look for remaining fix me's throughout the project. Because we have our GIF loader as a separate thing that we can just call a function and get a sprite frames out of it, right? We want to add a max width and height option to avoid GIF bombs. Testing remove this. That can stay. Changes to a match statement. That's fine. Testing remove this. Whatever. Fix me. Instead of this being a while loop, this should just error out when it hits this condition. I'm fine with leaving that for now. Add transparency, maybe not here. Not here. No, that doesn't go here. That's handled later. Raise an error if we don't have any usable palette. We can't do that here because go, because we're now filling in a palette that would end up there anyway. All right, we gotta redo the search. Handle lack of GCT. Already handling that. How do we even handle this? This doesn't happen anymore. Because we will always have a palette to use because we fill in an empty palette now. Right? Let's check the spinny GIF again. Just gonna drop an insertion right there because we shouldn't ever hit that condition. Blah 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 blah. All right, and go. Okay, cool. Where did I just put that code? It's in the image descriptor. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna delete that entirely. We don't need that. I'm trying to provoke Rin to come out. Is that it? You're saying doing a little bird call there. Fix me, remove me, frame counter. It's a good thing I named that variable the way I did. To do de-interlacing, already done. To do error handling, already done. Kind of, sort of. We actually need to propagate those errors up to the GIF loader. Whatever. She did the awawa. Yeah, but I don't do the awawa like that Rin does. Fix me, move and rename these. Oh, we don't need those anymore, do we? Where are these actually used? Not used anywhere. Okay. Bloop, deleted. Oh, we can also get rid of this one. Get rid of that to-do also. Your own awawa is very nice. Oh, thanks. Heck. Oh yeah, this is all testing code. None of this crap is gonna go into the thing. Let's see, what is next? Fix me's. Okay, so all the fix me's that are remaining, I think, are things that can just stay there for now. We can ship with this. To do, render text. That is a totally valid to do that we are not going to do at the moment. To do, implement Netscape 2.0 extension. That's important. We need to know how many times to loop the animation. Right now, we're just assuming everything loops infinitely, and for our purposes, that's probably a safe assumption. My GIF visual novel dreams. Look, it's okay. Okay, look, like it's not actually going to be that hard to implement it. Also, you don't have a tool. You don't have a tool to make those GIFs yet. Just keep that in mind. So I'm wondering if I might be able to modify this to. I don't want to implement LZW compression because it would be another little like rabbit hole to go down. But I could definitely modify this to make it so that you can modify a GIF and add things like that to it. Might be able to actually generate a tool that can generate those blocks. The fact that text extension exists even exists still blows my mind. Yeah, me too. I'm just trying to wrap up this project to get it into a point where it's like a little bit usable. And user input, yeah, that one's very silly also. I mean, you know, you gotta remember this stuff predates the web. This is an image format that is for displaying full screen graphics one at a time, not being part of a web page. And it's also not meant for animation. In fact, it explicitly says that it would be bad to use it for animation in the spec, remember? The only time that it mentions animation in this entire document is when it says the graphics interchange format is not intended as a platform for animation, even though it can be done in a limited way. We could have had this instead of PowerPoint. We could have. Yeah, that'd be cool. We can still have this instead of PowerPoint. That's true. That is true. Animated GIFs are a fad. They'll never catch on. Yeah, this might be my favorite line in the entire GIF spec. Literally, the reason that the format is still around and used today is because because it can be used for animation. Literally, the whole reason that the entire format is alive is because people use it for animation, despite the spec saying don't do that. Isn't that awesome? I think that's awesome. It wasn't, I mean, it was intended for images. Not, what was actually added in 89? I want to see what the differences are between 89 and 87, because I was 87, did 87 even have animation? Oh yeah, no, 87 didn't have the delay time, didn't have the entire graphic control extension block, and so it didn't have the delay time. So, yeah, 89A is the only animated version. So initially it didn't have any animation at all. Was it just for layers? It was for, like, sub-images. I think the reason that... I'm trying to... It wasn't layers, but it was like, you could... The image data was blocked. Like, it came in blocks. Also, is the plain text extension an 89A thing? Yep, 89A. Actually, what is actually... Let me see... I'm gonna look at all the required versions now, so... Required version. Okay, so data subblocks. Yeah, notice that the data comes in blocks of up to 255 bytes. The global color table. That's from the original one. Image descriptor. Yeah, so this is the part where... So yeah, in the original version, it would store these blocks and stuff. I don't think they were used as layers. I think they were just, like, they're just blocked image data. They could still have their own local color tables, though. You could have different palettes for each block of the image, but how that would work with the hardware is sketchy. Hey, Melissa, how's it going? How would that actually... Like, how would that work? Or... I don't know. Yeah, local color tables are in 87A version. Table-based image data, which comes in blocks of 255 bytes of LZW data. Oh, the comment extension was an 89A thing. The plain text extension is 89A. The application extension is 89A. The trailer is 87A. Yeah, so yeah, before 89A, no animations, very few extensions. I have to wonder about, like, why would it be like that? You know what? I bet... If I were to take a wild ass guess about why this is like this, why it's chunked like this, I would say I would give 2 possible answers. The first is that they may have been dealing with God, we really need the 87A like spec in front of us. I would be willing to bet that they were probably dealing with some like constraints around like segmented memory. Possibly. Or around like planar video memory, maybe. It could have been yeah, it could have been something designed around the limitations of some specific piece of hardware. The other possibility is that they were expecting to maybe have like large blocks of unused space, maybe, and they only wanted to define like certain sections. I don't know, that doesn't really make sense. Wait, is the transparent color index is an 89A extension, but the background color, I think we're finally figuring out the distinction between background color and transparent color. I think the background color, let's see, text extension block. I think the background color index is from the logical screen descriptor, which is from the original spec. So imagine you fill the entire screen with like a background color, and then you draw in some sub images and stuff. You might not want to actually fill the entire image with image data. And just leaves like some of it as the background. No. I swear I'm gonna throw this entire sound setup out the window one day. Oh, that just sounds like static. Nice. Trying to remember what this guy's website was. There we go. Yeah, this guy. It's a page about GIFs. Okay, invented by Steve Wilhite at CompuServe in 1987. Blah 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 blah. This is all about the pronunciation. Bob Berry. I wonder how many of these guys are still around, and if they check their email. I might have some questions for them. This is all about, like, people only ask about the pronunciation. I want to know about why the format was built this way. I passed away in 2022. Well, I think the only people who actually know the design motivations behind GIF may have passed away by now. So. The earlier run length encoded formats, which is black and white only. CompuServe introduced GIF in 15 June 1987 to provide a color image format for their file downloading areas. This replaced the earlier run length encoding format, which was black and white only. GIF became popular. Okay, wait, hold on. So CompuServe had a run length encoded format for their downloaded areas. I'm assuming this is PCX. CompuServe isn't mentioned anywhere here. So PCX is 8-bit palette, run length encoded. CompuServe encouraged the adoption of GIF, blah, 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 blah. Oh, interesting. The patent issue over the LZW compression is actually what caused PNG to become a thing. Interesting. Anyway, patent expired back in 2004, so we're good. CompuServe introduces... Okay, so if you search for CompuServe image format, you come up with GIF, but what predated GIF? This is... Oh, this is the 87 spec. Okay, maybe we can get some information here. Image descriptor, local color map, raster data, GIF terminator, blah, 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 blah. This is like a way simpler spec. It's got diagrams and stuff too. I like that. And there's the interlacing. Wait, I thought the interlacing was an 89A thing. Extension blocks. Oh, this must be... Wait, no, that extension blocks were in there before. Wait, the following sequences are defined for use in mediating control between a GIF sender and GIF receiver over an interactive communications line. These sequences do not apply to applications that involve downloading of static GIF files that are not considered part of a GIF file. GIF capabilities inquiry. The GCE sequence... Huh? GCE sequence is issued from a host and requests an interactive GIF decoder. An interactive GIF decoder to return a response message that defines the graphics parameters for the decoder. No way! They have like a communications protocol to send GIFs across, where you request based on like the graphics capabilities of your hardware. Oh, that's really neat. That's really cool.
Does it piss you off when I sound like this? Your anger makes it all worth it.
That's neat. I never knew. Since the GIF data stream can contain multiple images, it is necessary to describe processing and display of such a file. Because the image descriptor allows for placement of the image within the logical screen, it is possible to define a sequence of images that may be a partial screen, but in total fill the entire screen. The guidelines for handling the multiple image situation are: there is no pause between images, each is processed immediately as seen by the decoder, each image explicitly overwrites any image already on the screen inside of its window. The only screen clears are at the beginning and end of the GIF image process. This makes it sound like when they were writing it, they meant that a GIF could contain multiple images, and that wasn't originally intended for them to make up... Okay, so GIFs just contain multiple images. Not as an animation, they just contain multiple images. How the frick that was presented to the user, I got no idea. This is so interesting! This is so interesting! Oh my god. Okay. I forgot to add this one. Let's say our maximum GIF size is 640, and sorry, default max width and height is 640 by 480. Oops. And those sizes are chosen because that is the size of a VGA frame buffer. So, if image width is greater than max width, return null. Same with height. Alright. That's one of our important security things. God, this is so funny. This format is hilarious. I love this. Make sure everything still works. There's spinny GIF. Let's get the original spinny GIF in. Looking good, looking good. All right, I think we're just about ready to actually publish this damn thing. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. And then I'm going to immediately modify the intro funsies to support the GIFs. So we will say, I'm gonna get this checked in. I'm gonna get this stuff copied into the project, and then we'll see how it actually works in practice. Oh wait a minute, we don't have to. All right. Let's go ahead and start the other project. To the intro funsies. And I really hope that there's nothing... We're just using the Twitch GD4 add-on here, so... Yeah, this is... There is not a whole lot of code in this. Though we are going to have to modify the pride flags to use sprite frames, I think. Let's see...
to get a word in.
So yeah, pride flags, take a sprite 2D. We're just gonna add an animated sprite as a second thing, and then it'll, yeah, we'll just use that. If sprite, animated sprite 2D. Okay. There's a sprite, there's an animated sprite 2D. We're going to make it so that all of the stuff that would affect the size of the sprite. Oops. Okay, here's the pride flag stuff. Also has to affect the animated sprite. Okay, we got override text. This is gonna get a little bit messy. All the collision shape stuff is fine. Yeah, we're just gonna say animated sprite 2d.scale equals sprite 2d.scale. Oh, gotta hydrate. Does the sprite frames have a size? Oh, it does not. Okay. Okay, right. Yep, well, this will be fine. It'll be fine. First, let's get the stuff copied into the project. Whoops, not there. Yep. Create folder. Paste. There we go. Okay. So yeah, where we define override text, we'll also have var override sprite frames. Sprite frames equals null. And we'll do a different thing with that, but I'm going to go back up to the parent here. Let's see, get image load from file, blah, 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 blah. So, does it say PNG anywhere here? No, it doesn't. Great. Okay. If image path dot ends with dot gif, then we're gonna say var sprite names, which is type sprite frames is null. Sprite frames equals gif loader dot load sprite frames from gif buffer, because we have to file access dot gif file as bytes, image path. Okay, so we've loaded it. And then new flag.override sprite frames. Override sprite frames. Oops, come on. Override sprite frames equals. This is sprite frame size, get frame count. Well, I want to know the width and the height of it is the thing. Yeah, just for aspect ratio settings and stuff. Okay, so into the pride flag, we will set the... Okay, we'll do this. say animated sprite 2D dot. Or first of all, we're gonna set the animation to empty string. Animated sprite 2D dot. Wait, no, that's sprite frames is gonna be override sprite frames, and then play default. By setting the animation name off and back, we work around the bug. So every emote is actually a pride flag? Yep. Yep, every emote's pride flag. Hang on a second. I might have to re-auth with Twitch on it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's hooking up to Twitch at all. That's weird. What if we just... Why is my tail not working? Thank you so much for the follow, Toxic Combat 69. Why is my GIF, of all the GIFs, my GIF is the one that's not working? There is some pretty bad lag every time we have to load a new one. These are amazing. There is some pretty bad lag when we have to load a new one. So we'll cache them at least. You had issues with my tail also? Is my tail in, wait, hold up. Where do Jodot configs go again? I'm sorry, WildGen, this isn't hooked up to Onecast yet. Oh, we got another Gunched one. Okay, hold on. This is actually good testing data. Well, it looks like we may have work to do. Frick. Okay, so I have the images cached here. That seems to be that looks okay to me. That also looks okay to me. Let's see where this is actually failing. Because now we can actually go back to the GIF loader with this testing data and find out that my very own emote is one of the ones that failed. Unfrickin' believable. Unfrickin' believable. Ugh. Betrayed by my own emotes. Frickety frick. Well, I have a feeling that if we go into, let's just go in here, and then I'm gonna assert on. I didn't actually add air handling correctly in this one. It's gotta be in the image descriptor, right? Okay. My own emotes. Ah, it feels bad. You wanting to hide from the SCP Foundation makes sense now? What, because my tail looks like that? It's interesting that it's failing partway through it. So that is probably, I'm gonna guess that's an LZW issue. We might be hitting a test, we might be hitting a case here, that we don't actually know how to handle correctly. Like, maybe this one? Maybe this one? I think it's actually a pretty normal case to hit. This one is not a normal case to hit. The next value is not in the decoding table yet, so we have to construct it. Let's take a guess. The old code is not yet in the decoding table. Okay, so wait. Next code isn't in the decoding table. Old code isn't in the decoding table. What do we put in instead? Let's go back to the spec. Okay, so we have the decompression pseudocode is right here. Does code exist in the string table? No. We use the translation for old, which we don't have the translation for old yet. Next value is not in the decoding table yet, so we have to construct it. Let's take a guess. So we could try a few different values for what the hell we might have to insert here, but... how did old code get set to that? Old code equals next code. We got next code is codeless slice. Do you want to ask? I don't know if Stewie would have the answer to this. Stewie's a Joda expert. I don't know if that means Stewie understands this nonsense. S equals C. I'm gonna have to like actually narrow it down to the point right there where the decoding fails. It's interesting that it's decoding it's failing on every single one of these images in around the same spot. Which makes me think that maybe we're mispredicting the increase in the table size. Somehow. So Nova, you said you had he was the one who fixed the GIF importer. Oh. Oh, okay. Then he would probably then Stewie would probably know. Yeah. If you could ask, it was the same like issue that was happening. Yeah. We should probably ask Stewie. If Stewie has already dealt with this, then we should just ask Stewie. In the meantime, let's just play around with the pride flags. See how many of the rest of them are broken. Ooh, that's taken a long time to load those ones. Maybe we should queue uploads, or maybe we should figure out a way to do loads in a background thread if we're going to take forever to do them. It's really funny that this is my own GIF that caused this. Weird that Jodot doesn't support GIFs. I mean, it's worth. We got GIFs working. You just have to write a little tiny bit of code to go with it. A little itty bit that only took a couple of weeks to do. Actually, we did only take a couple of weeks to do this, so that's cool, right? Yeah, a second. I'm gonna test some of the GIFs that. Oh, I can't test those GIFs because I'm not subscribed to any. I had to end all my Twitch subs last time I lost my job. Feels bad. It's up to y'all to ow. Thank you for the bits. It's up to y'all to do the to spam chat with gifts right now. Yep. Thank you, Max Sylvester and Sarah Savi. The size isn't correct. They're overlapping a little bit, but I think it's fine. They can overlap. It's fine. This is gonna be great on the intro screen. Where it's going to look like it's not showing up. Okay, well I'll deal with that later. I'm glad we made it this far at least, so that's cool. Even if it is really laggy. Oh, also we need to cache the images. That way we can prevent reloading them constantly, and that would be a lot faster. Because I think, I mean cache the images in memory as sprite frames. Okay, that'll be a really a quick little optimization we can do. Let's do that. GIF importer was just skipping the first code, so I made it not do that. Yeah, but we're not skipping the first code. But one of mine was the one. Was it breaking it in the same way though? I mean, wait, are all of my GIFs broken? Oh my god, all of my GIFs are broken. Oh, the headpat one isn't broken. But the thing about the headpat one is that Sabine made that one. Not me. The lane panic emotes flopping around are especially silly and delightful, yeah. Missed the first part. Wait. If importer were skipping the first code or just made it not do that, I think that was the issue with this one. Wait. Oh, GIFspec says that the bitstream should start with a reset code, but not all GIFs respect that. Oh, the clear code at the start. Wait. Oh, heck. I know where that is. Okay, yeah, that's yeah, I didn't see the first message there. I'm sorry. Hang on. We can fix this. We can make it work. Hey, the nodding one works also. Interesting. Okay, all right. Right. I'm gonna have to stop this right now. Okay, so the so they're actually my GIFs are actually broken. Image descriptor. It's going to be in the LZW decoder, right? Clear code, placeholder for the clear code, blah, 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 blah. Okay, no, that's... Wait. But we're not... But we're still getting, like, the first bit of the image correctly. We're just... But you said that actually fixed the issue with this, thing? Okay. Let's see. LZW decoding table, blah, 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 blah. GIF bytes to LZW code, blah, 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 blah. We did test a bunch of, like, midstream clear codes and stuff. The Switch chat integration have a max length where it skips messages? No, it shouldn't. It might have been disconnected for one reason or another while a message was sent. Oh, thanks so much for the reset, Nova. So yeah, here's the clear code. Stream height index. Okay, wait, hold on. So it, but without Stewie's change, it breaks in the same way that mine breaks. Is that right?
You've been such a
Wait. Bitstream. Okay, that's LZW code. Bitstream bytes. I combine bitstreams though. Don't I? I combine them into blocks of... Bytes to LZW codes. What's this called? Combined blocks. Parse combined subblocks.
Wolf then, and wolf now. She staggered back from her mirror.
Okay, hang on a second. I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
They could not be strange.
I'll restart the
Wolf cried.
the thing so we can get the pride flag. Oh no, that's not the right window. That's not the right window, Joe. Or OBS. Where's this? Back. That is also not the right intro or window. Nope, that's okay. Hold on. There we go. All right, BRB. Okay, someone actually broke the someone broke the kit loader while I was gone. Well done. I can see how it broke, I think. So, let's jump back into that. It wasn't actually the decoding. The issues I remember fixing were this one. It was also something related to when code changes, the code changes size. Yeah, that's really tricky. Okay, I'm just gonna disable this. Okay. Restart the intro funsies. Also, hey Stewie, how's it going? Okay. I think it was that one. That one wasn't breaking stuff before. I don't think I have. No, I don't have a sub to Clonk's channel. So. Oh, there we go. Okay, it seems to be okay now. Gotta name your heckin' layers. There's no layers to name. I gotta hydrate though. Gotta head off. All right, have a good one. All right. Back to the thing here. So So Stewie, you said that. I suspect this might be something related to the code change or code changing size, but the way that I'm parsing the bit stream is that I'm taking all the bytes that make up like one of the images under the image descriptor, and just mushing that into one big byte array, and then going through and doing the LZW decompression on it. So I'm not skipping the clear code at the beginning. This definitely looks like a this definitely looks like a case of the thing changing size at the wrong time, or not changing size, or you know, because what we're hitting this one really weird case that we shouldn't be hitting unless it's like a mangled image, and that is right here. This thing. I think if I put a breakpoint right here, this will not hit in any of my testing GIFs. Where's my testing code? Let's just go through the Star Trek stuff. Is this gonna work? It's not gonna display anything. Oh! I was wrong. Yeah, so we're not hitting that breakpoint for like any of our testing data here. Hype GIF also had issues. Interesting. Nope. Interesting. Which GIF is this? It's amazing that we can go so many files without hitting that. We got spock2.gif. Yeah, apparently this one's broken. Let's see how that actually renders when we don't have the breakpoint. Oh, yeah, when we don't have the breakpoint. Is this code in the repo? I don't have it in a public repo yet. Sing to the music, nice. Wait a second. Look at something. I was afraid that there was like there was a nude thing in here, but apparently it was just, I saw this flash by and I was like, oh god, no, he's wearing shorts. It's fine. They're just flesh colored shorts. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and go again and just skip past. Oh no. This one decodes just fine despite hitting that case. Just some skin no, they're skin colored shorts. Okay, let's go back to the. That might be a properly mingled GIF. I don't think my GIFs are mingled GIFs, but they could be. Yep, that is no bueno. So yeah, so here's the thing that makes me suspect that this is what's making me suspect that it's related to the table changing size, is because it always seems to be happening roughly around the same point in the image, which would be around where the code table changes size, right? So I don't know if it's actually related to that one weird little case that I saw, though it still could be. It still could be. The one case that I didn't know what to do with right here. Where do we actually change the size? Oh, right, we don't do that up here. We do this down. We do it over here. Okay, so the code changes size. Here's how we're handling the code size, or the size changing. Actually, wait, hold on. We're gonna try this condition one more time, because I bet. So we're getting old code is 954, and the decoding table size. That is way outside the table. That is way outside the table. We have an array of size 515, and we're trying to fetch index number 954. That is way outside the table, which means that we probably read that wrong number of bits up when we did the... we probably changed the code size at the wrong point there. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Yep, I'm handling max size right here. That's already a thing that I had to deal with. Okay, so we just got the bad code. Probably got the bad code. Yeah, predicted table indexes. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Our predicted table index is 513. That is at the point where we would double the size of the table, like right around, right? So why? And if we read 9, hang on a second. It's 954 in binary. So 442 sounds like a much more reasonable thing to be referencing. I mean, obviously that would fit inside the table, but I'm gonna try something real. Well, no, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try something really weird here. I want to see if this just makes it a little tiny bit further if we actually inject what I suspect is the correct code there. Like if it's off by 1 on the decoding like table size change thing. Yeah, no, that's not any, that is no more correct than it was before. So yeah, we if we got a well, if we got a clear code, we'd be resetting the entire table anyway. So we'd reset that back to normal. So we're not considering clear codes in the count for that. Every single iteration, we append a result to the decoding table down here. So up here, we have to account for that by. Does the clear code maybe reset the table, but not the size of the table? No, I don't think so. Might not be the index, it might be that your color sequences in the table aren't long enough. I mean, how would we be decoding everything else and that image up to the point where the power of 2 changes, like the table expands? It's got to be like there's got to be like some off by, so this could be related to clear codes in that there could still be an off by 1 error related to the first clear code, first value not being a clear code or something. Here, let's check that. Bool, let's see, var got clear code first. Bool equals, maybe, or here, is first. Sure. If is first, assert next code equals clear code index. Okay, so if we don't have a clear code at the start of the thing, we would hit that assert. Bam. Let's see if we hit that with the other gifts. We can get rid of this now. That's a very silly one. Interesting. Yeah, we're not hitting that case for any of these. I wonder why some of those are showing up white now. I have a few. There's a few other like Twitch emotes that do the thing. Have any state that would require a clear code? Oh. Hold up. What file is this? Spock1.gif. That one still behaves just fine, I think. If this one's not getting a clear code as the first one, and I think that one still decodes correctly. Somewhere outside is evolution standing by. Yeah, see, Spock is fine. The last of its kind is the one with the mind of its own. But it is true that my tail is definitely hitting that condition where the first code is not a clear code. Interesting. So maybe that's not the correct path to be looking at. Does the hype GIF work? Which one's the hype GIF? Can you post that for me? Oh wait, hold on. Let me start up the thing first. Oh, intro funsies running. Yeah, do the hype GIF. Okay, that one. Yeah, that one's gunched also. Again, it works for like the first little bit of it, and then it fails. I'm gonna try a random idea here. What software did you use to produce the GIFs? I do not remember. Oh, hey, look at that! Just take that off by one and just smash it over the head with the special case. So yeah, it is a failure of the predicted table index to properly double the size of the table correctly, only in cases where we have that is so weird. That is so weird. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get the intro funsies up. We'll see if this works with more of the GIFs. Or we'll see if it breaks all the other GIFs. Alright. I gotta copy it out of the other thing. Open file manager. What a tricky little format to attempt. Let's close that. Restart it. All right. Tails are working. How about the hype? The hype GIFs are working, the other GIFs are working, everything seems to be working. It was somehow both the clear code and the resize at the same time. Yes, the not having the clear code, because of the way my code was written, not having the clear code as the very first code was actually causing an off by one error in the predicted table size. How bizarre. That is so weird. It's kind of funny, though. Like, I think it's funny. The last time... Oh, it's just a dream. Masked in crowds, you're still alone. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good experiment. We got a new version of the intro funsies up to play around with while we're doing the morning ads. Now it just needs to load GIFs asynchronously. Yes, that is true. Actually, you know what? I wonder. GDScript does have async functionality, so we could make like a multi-threaded loader. We could farm it off to another thread and wrap it up in an async stuff and do an await, right? frame delay isn't usually respected by browsers / GIF viewers. We're doing the frame delay that it specifies in the GIF. Though there was an interesting bug in Joe.4.6, 4.6.2, where the first frame, if you were generating a sprite frames object and the animation in it was called default, and you stuck that at runtime onto a thing, onto an animated sprite 2D or animated sprite 3D, and just told it to play, the first frame would have like this super long delay. That's been fixed in the latest master branch, so not going to worry about it too much. You can work around it by setting the animation to something else and then setting it... What was that? So yeah, for the frame delay of 1 usually gets displayed at a slower FPS instead of 100. Yeah, that is true. That is true, yeah. I am choosing to be respectful of the GIF format more than modern browsers are. As demonstrated by the, there is some code that we intend to implement. I have decoded the plain text extension with the intent to actually render the text eventually. So we're going to be far more respectful of the actual GIF spec than any modern decoder is. That's the plan anyway. Though I will probably have to make the plaintext extension thing optional for Twitch purposes, because there's a possibility now of someone uploading a GIF to Twitch that has like a ASCII art penis in it or something, that bypasses all their normal filtering stuff because no image decoder actually recognizes it. But then mine does, and then it renders like a ASCII art penis on my screen or something. That would be bad. So we got to be careful about that. Anyway, thanks for the help, Stewie. I really appreciate it. Thanks for pointing me in the right direction for this decoding. This is such a gross hack with the code that I've done on it, but it works. Let's make sure that Spock GIFs actually load still, because those are the other ones that have that, bitstream without the first thing, right? It would suck if I broke Spock while doing this. Okay, Spock 1 still works, and Spock 2 still works. Nice. Glad I could No, you're great. You're great. I appreciate you. Would you make it work for Onwcast as well? I would like to. The thing is, I have GDScript written for Twitch integration already. I don't have GDScript written for Onwcast integration. However, Onwcast integration is easier than Twitch integration, so... Having said that, we don't have a whole lot of emotes on the Onwcast, so... GIF with the Unicode emojis and the text extension. Okay, let me put it this way. There are some Unicode that would not pass Twitch's emote standards and policies and stuff. There are some bad things, like individual symbols that are bad things in the Unicode character set. There are swastikas in the Unicode character set. There are hieroglyph penises, multiple of them in the Unicode character set. I'm more worried about the swastikas than the penises, but neither of them should show up on my stream on Twitch, So Is that an Amogus? Oh my god. And yeah, I'm sure there's probably other bad symbols in there that I wouldn't want people having be, you know, that I wouldn't want it to be like that big on my screen, you know? The size of the emotes are actually like way bigger than the pride flags right now. Here, let's drop a bunch in here. So this is when they're actually at full size instead of just like on my monitor. Or instead of just like on my screen. Hang on, they're loading. There we go. So they're pretty big. They're pretty heckin' huge, right? I don't want a swastika ending up that big on my stream. Unless it's a Wolfenstein game where I'm shooting at it, you know? Then we can have it. The size of the emote doesn't matter. It's how you use it. It's fine. Okay, we are pretty close to end of stream time. I think I am going to check in the code that I have. Because I think we should be good now. I will get this up on like a repository for people to play around with. It is very slow, and adding a multi-threaded like background loader would probably be a really nice thing to do. GDScript threads are a little bit sketchy, but yeah, we could wrap that up in like a little async await and just not worry about it, you know?
See me from myself, can see the end. Idol is a bitch and need a friend. Shooting star was missed as I looked up. Falling from disgrace in the attack.
I guess we could do that for the rest of the stream. Let's do an async loader. Right. From load gif. Let's call this async. We have to put like we don't have to put any like async on that or anything, right? Okay, so we're gonna say while we're gonna start up the thread. So thread dot new thread equals thread dot new, and then we're just gonna give it a func. Buffer with height. And then we're gonna call the non-async version of this. Wait. Can we get the return value that a thread leaves? Oh, wait to finish. Okay, cool. Great. Actually, just wait. I didn't actually read the wait to finish. Wait to finish. Blah 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 blah. Returns the output of the callable. Great, cool. Oh, it's start. Start is the function. So new thread.new, and then thread.start. Now we're going to say while thread.isAlive, we're going to await. It was await null in a previous version. We have to do some like weird funky thing in this version. How do you just like await for a frame? Stewie, I need your help. Stewie's gone. Okay, no, it's fine. I've done this in Snack Studio actually. Oh wait, get tree.process frame. This is a static function that is not. Really wish we could just await null. Can we do await null? Is that? What kind of cursed syntax is this? Starting a block with a significant indentation inside of an expression, even. I think Python does have this. Yeah. I'll try using await null. We'll see if that works. And then we'll just return thread dot wait until wait to finish. Is that gonna work? Got a warning here. Because the expression isn't a coroutine nor a signal. Okay. And we'll say get tree.process frame, but that we need to actually give it a tree here. Seems a little funky, but whatever. Okay. We will. I did this in this project. Okay, so we're gonna copy everything from the GIF loader again and just overwrite everything in the intro funsies again. Place. Hop over to the intro funsies. Now we should be able to await the loading of the. So await is async and fail. Too few arguments. Oh yeah, we need to give it the get tree. Cannot call non-static function. Right. All right. Ah, no! It's only showing pride flags now. Ah, we failed. If we go back to the crap. Yeah, here let me check. Oops, all pride flags. Yeah, yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Right. I forget how the lambdas in Python work. Okay, this should just print like the function out, right? Yeah, so it's a lambda. So if we just do seems to work. Lambdas can only be like one statement though, right? Like you can't have, I mean, we could do x plus 1 plus 3 and have the plus 3 be on a new line, right? Yeah, no, you see, this it works just fine. What are you talking about? Do we call it like that, or do we need an extra? No. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What are you talking about? That doesn't seem to have multi-line lambdas. Sheesh. Anyway, we're gonna go back to... So yeah, sprite frames is coming back null from that. So I'm just gonna do this again. Make sure this is still working. It do be June in a bit, that's true, yeah. It'll be mandatory to have the pride flags then. So that works. But this do not. Let's try it again.
Welcome to Rivendell, Mr. Anderson.
And pride flags. Pride flags everywhere, which is fine. Oh, we're getting errors. That would be very, yeah, okay, failed to load image. That is actually fine. Method expected 3 arguments, blah, 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 blah. Expected 3 arguments. What? Oh! Right. We actually need to call that with the thing. How do we bind a thing with turns a copy of this callable with 1 or more arguments bound. Okay, that's what we need to do. Oh, max within max height. Oops. Cool. Oh yeah, you can't have multi-statement lambdas. And there we go. Asynchronous loading of the things. So now y'all can spam it as much as you want, and it shouldn't actually like cause any stoppage. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. The spinning definitely adds to this. Oh god, so many lanes. I think that they should maybe linger on screen a little bit longer. An appropriate amount of lanes. You doing any caching? No, at the moment we're only caching the actual download. We're not actually caching the decoded sprite frames, which we should do. That would make it all go way faster. But at the moment, it's actually helpful for testing. Are you a furry or just a person that likes furry things? You said you've been on a furcon before when you started to quit drinking. I've been to many furcons. I mean, I'm definitely I think I'm furry adjacent. Scaly adjacent, whichever. Scalies are furries, but yeah. Scalies are furries. So I would say I probably consider myself a furry, but kind of loosely. It's up to the furry community whether or not to accept me for that, and generally speaking, they do. They tend to be pretty cool people. Y'all really aren't taking advantage of the possibility for emote spam right now, just so you know, all know. It's interesting how the lanes trickle in because the decoding speed there. That's kind of funny. If furries called me a furry, I'd accept that title proudly. Yeah. I also, but I mean, the other side of it is we are working on an Anthros neck model. Have to find it again. Yep, Anthros neck. Yeah, we'll get back to Anthros neck. Don't worry. Oh, hold on, Blender's loading. Oh god, it's absolute chaos on the screen. Good, excellent. So here's the Anthros neck so far. I'll just move this up into a corner. It's going okay. I'm not super happy with how she's turning out, but it's hard to do this with this window in the way. Yeah, you know, she's there behind all the emote spam. Needs a lot of work. So she's gonna have plantigrade legs. So she's a snake, right? She's a snake. And all right, I gotta minimize it for a second. She's a snake with what's going on with the material there? That looks kind of cool, but also it's wrong. We might have like a missing image or something. Oh look, underboob. Yeah, she's actually a snake, but she has like these. All right, we're gonna remove some of the bits here. This is. She's got like mechanical legs and arms and stuff. So anyway, we will get back to that someday. That one video? What one video? Oh yeah, the snack. Yeah, yes. I know. I can call you one if you. You can call yourself one if you want. Good, because I will. Rules are meant to be broken anyways. Trogdor, hey. The moment I understood the weakness of my flesh. Yeah, no, I think it's actually gonna be a really fun model. Like it combines my love of cyberpunk, with like the whole. It's cyberpunk, okay? It's cyberpunk as hell, all right? She's she's like a snake that had dysphoria because she didn't like being a snake, so she built her own cyber limbs so that she can go around and do things in biped society and stuff, right? It's we actually have like a version of it that I can load up on stream too. It's really, really incomplete, but oops. Let's see. I think this is the most recent version. Hi. Yeah, we need to work on the blend shapes a little, but and the lighting is pretty bad, and all the materials are broken, and we still haven't done all the blend shapes either, and the hair doesn't move, and we have this weird raccoon floating next to our head, and a bunch of the skinning is all broken for all the wires and the pride flag, but I like the way the hands turned out a whole lot. But yeah, she's not very. I'm not very expressive like this yet, so you know. The arms also need to go at a different angle. Right now they're just kind of like straight down, and as you all know, I can't do anything straight, so that's unacceptable. Yeah. Lots of work to go on that one. Blip. There we go. Trash cat just hanging out. Yeah, we were using it as a reference to try to achieve the same level of quality as like the expressions in that one, so that's why it serves as a reference. Anyway, we got to wrap up stream. We're actually over time, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Why is there a raccoon next to you? It's for testing. Oh, it looks like the Onwcast stuff broke on the stream. Hang on a second. There we go. Alright, who we gonna raid today? Oh! There's a name I haven't seen in a while. From the start into the center of the tunnel. Let's see. Oh! Barrel Goddess, thank you so much for the raid. We are actually figuring out a raid target right now, though. Are those? Those are emotes that don't work. Those are Unicode emotes that don't work with. Interesting. I like the model. Thank you. I appreciate that. I made it myself. I also made the VTuber software that I use myself. But yeah, we gotta wrap up stream. I think, okay, so there's a few people that we could raid. I think, dang, there's a lot of really cool people online right now. Frick. I think... Got hella good skill? Thanks. I appreciate that. Too many cool people? I know, right? Like, it's this huge problem on Twitch. Like, there's all these really cool people that I know. I don't even... I can't even... What am I supposed to do? I have to raid one person, and I have to pick one out of all these really cool people. Oh, nightmarish. I tell you, just completely nightmarish. I'm actually sitting through an ad break right now on one of them that I might raid. Yep, just waiting for the thing. Feel free to spam emotes and test out my new GIF loader, which we just fixed even more bugs with and hooked up to the intro funsies. Got like another minute of ads that I'm waiting through. Which means that once we get in there, y'all won't have to wait through ads either, so... we're gonna raid Myriad Mines. This is perfect. It's loading the gifts. It's loading all of them perfectly. Mostly. Awesome. Alright, are we ready to raid? I think we're good. Alright. Alright, there's the raid message, everyone. I'm gonna get Eminem's stream up here. Okay. Have a good one. Thanks, and thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. But yeah, have a... What is making my performance tank? Is it the fact I opened a Twitch page? That's what's doing it. All right, get out of here, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining me for another weekday morning art / dev stream. Really appreciate having y'all here. You're all awesome and amazing. Hope to see you next time. Take it easy, take care, be kind, show compassion, show empathy. Don't get in a knife fight. Use containers and stay safe. Thanks for sticking around while I made this absolutely redonkulous GIF loader. It's very silly. Anyway, have a good one, everyone. Bye! Where's that raid button? There it is.